Welcome to Small Business Social, the podcast where we celebrate makers, dreamers, and doers building big things in their communities. I'm Kara Varikis.
I'm Steve Seymour.
And we're here to shine a light on small business owners and experts who inspire us all. This episode is brought to you by Seymour Media, helping small business thrive with commercial photography and video, and the Bristol Bazaar, your go-to spot for the perfect gift. Today, we're sitting down with Anthony, Connecticut's Chief Marketing Officer, who has been leading the charge in promoting the state as a hub for business, tourism, and innovation. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here with you guys.
I'm so excited. I've been waiting all week for this. So,
wow, that is we lower the bar just a little bit.
So tell everybody, introduce yourself, tell them about all the amazing things that you've done. I'm so excited. Okay, go.
Thank you. So first off, yes, my name really is Anthony. I'm sure people are
That is pretty
about
cool,
that.
actually. I mean, I remembered it, and I'm terrible with the names.
Well, my parents were sadistic people and so hated me from the beginning. No, people always ask this, where I got the name. It is my real name, born with it. I'm named after my grandfather. He immigrated to the U.S. from Cyprus in the early 50s, also a small business owner.
Wow.
He owned his own gas station and garage. Huh. And so I grew up around small businesses, Greek family, storytellers, very stereotypical. My dad was in the restaurant business. So all small restaurants, small businesses. So this is ingrained into my DNA. I kind of went a little bit of a different direction, but, being in college, being in restaurants, and now working for the state, I love being able to be with small business owners. It's like, because there is a face to it. They're human. So,
Right.
I mean, that's how we met.
Yeah.
Through
How
the
did
Bazaar.
you guys meet?
We met through Dawn, through the city of Bristol.
Yeah.
Yeah, she connected us.
In fact, thank you. You just reminded me. That's the
You
reason
didn't even remember that?
Yeah, so I knew that we've not just become, colleagues. Like, I think you and Eric, I consider you guys friends at this point.
Yeah.
So Dawn in the city of Bristol, they invited me to come down to see the bazaar, and we saw the bazaar and we were blown away. And I said, hey, we're launching this whole new brand for the state. It's all about makers and doers and dreamers and creators and innovators. This is exactly it. This is what it's all about. So can we launch the new brand here? And that was the beginning of it.
That was.
Yeah.
And now we've grown so much.
And you guys have grown. I mean, I think the state's brand is in a whole new place.
Yeah, definitely.
We really are talking about Connecticut in a fresh and different way than we ever have before. And so I feel like the state has kind of grown the way that you guys have grown. It's fun.
Yeah. It's been a really cool ride for sure. I've never in my entire life probably thought that I would say I could be friends with the chief marketing officer for the state.
Thank you.
It's absolutely amazing. And I love seeing you and your team and all of the things you guys are doing out in the communities, but also throughout the state and beyond, because we work together up at the Big E, which is what gives me goosebumps just thinking about it.
I'm
But
feeling left out here.
Join the party.
No,
Steve. Yeah, you're part of it now, man.
No,
Now you're
I'm
part
just
of this
kidding.
whole world.
No, I'm finding this interesting. Go ahead.
But I know you brought a whole bunch of really cool things. And I think for the viewers that are watching, for those of you who are just listening, definitely go to YouTube or to Facebook so you can actually see what Anthony is about to tell you. But please tell everybody about all the awesome stuff that you brought here, the campaign. We were just talking before we went on air about amazing influencers that you guys are working with that are discovering the state of Connecticut because of what you're doing. So please tell us.
So I'll start with what's most relevant to today. If you haven't seen it, anybody who's out there, we launched this really provocative, bold pizza campaign in New York. We put up billboards above major pizzerias all around the city and in the subway stations around all of New York. They flat out say that the nation's best pizza is in Connecticut. In fact, this pizza box is a mock-up of one of those. So it says the nation's best pizza, not you, New York. So in that case, it's pretty different than anything Connecticut has ever done. And so we did this, and there's 4 or 5 different versions. One of them says New York takes the L, Connecticut pizza wins.
New York
So and it's
takes
right
it all.
above Roberta's in Brooklyn, which is a block away from the L train. So it's like this intentional double entendre.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
And so we did, again, a bunch of different places. And the whole point was knowing it's not about the eyeballs on the billboards themselves. It's actually about the news media and the conversation that is going to be generated by this. And so the billboards have just come down this week.
Oh,
It was
okay.
a very limited buy. So we spent For an ad buy, not a ton of money.
Okay,
For the state,
that's
it was
impressive.
about $200,000, which I know we're talking small business. That's many years marketing budget. For us, it's decent. It's a decent size. But what's impressive about it, what I think is the best part, it has earned $15 million worth of free media. That doesn't include social.
And it
That's
paid for itself.
exactly. So more than paid for itself. And the key to it is that it is driving people to Connecticut. Day trips to New Haven are up 34% year over year in the 1 month
Wow.
since we launched that. Also, 68% of those people who are coming, 68% increase of the people who are coming is from New York.
Really?
So we know that it's having a huge
awesome.
impact. And when you think of this, when you look at it, every one of these pizzerias, they're small businesses. They
Right.
really are. And
Mom
so-
and pop usually.
Exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
90
Or family oriented.
yeah, this is one of my favorite statistics about restaurants in Connecticut. 97% are small businesses.
I love that.
Independently owned. They're not chains. That is the
97%?
97.
It's that high?
Not only is it that high, that's the highest in the U.S.
Really?
Really,
Wow.
really.
Cool.
I love that we're doing this and we are bringing people to our state to spend money, support our small businesses. I mean, this is really what it's all about.
Yeah.
So that's the pizza box. These shoes here, they're called Char Jordan 9s. They
Yeah,
were,
show the camera right there. Just take one. Yeah, there you go.
Let's take a peek. So these are Air Jordan 1s that have been stuck into modern Beats oven. It's a 900-degree pizza oven. And so that's how Connecticut's famous Beats.
Can I smell those?
Take a whiff.
Does it smell like pizza?
I mean, they may smell like my feet. I've only
Oh,
worn them.
no. No, it
No,
doesn't
they
smell like
they
smell like nothing.
Shoes. Yeah,
Yeah.
they smell like shoes. So these were done by Michael Pollock. His whole project is called New Haven Pizza Club, and it's all about art, being able to bring people together, and his topic is always pizza. And so these are the types of people. I mean, Care, Steve, you, Michael. I've been able to meet a lot of really smart, creative, innovative people willing to take chances to advance our causes. And so those are the types of folks that we really do like to support. And we've established our whole setup to be able to be collaborative and open to opportunities in order to elevate our businesses, whether, they're restaurants, farm stands, makers, selling crafts and all kinds of different products. And
Going on that subject, how much, I don't know, like percentage wise, or like does art have to do with marketing compared to the business side? You know what I'm saying?
it's you know what? I think about that quite frequently. And I wish there was a number, but there really isn't. I mean, it's so much of marketing. It's about half science.
It's about 50-50.
And it's about half gut instinct and feeling. I mean, it
Right.
really, sure, some of it is it's going to work. It's a little bit of science. So like with these billboards, we knew people were going to go out and talk about them and take pictures of them and put them on social media, and the news were going to report
so
on them.
interactivity, basically. Yeah, that
Yeah,
helps a lot.
Yeah,
Sure.
but I mean, I think certain elements like that, are tried and true practices, but there are other pieces that just really are more about the art of it, the feeling. It's like, what are you trying to express? I mean, like these. I mean, Michael's done several pair of Jordans. He's made custom Jordans kind of up and down, all pizza related. But it's not like, anybody's out there giving him direction. It's not like anybody's
Well,
saying,
it's a
I want
niche
you
too,
to.
and
Yeah.
no one thought of it.
Yeah, and it really is an expression. And so marketing really is this unique blend. It's not finance where it's
No, it's definitely not.
hard data to deal with.
Right. I
So-
totally understand.
And so it's just there is the strategy is my favorite part.
Yeah.
And which is, again, it's that blend of the art and science.
I think she gets a high off the strategy part. Honestly, I think so. Both of you guys work so much, and neither of you guys have bags under your eyes. That's what I don't get.
It's a lot of coffee.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
double espressos every
Oh,
day.
that's true. Yeah, you drink a lot of
Yeah,
coffee.
a lot of espresso.
Yeah. I'm about 3 cups a day. I probably should be at less, but it is what it is. It's paying off right now.
Yeah, I know, right?
So
You have to go to the bathroom?
I'm good. I'll give you the number one when I do.
So I'm curious, again, from the marketing side, I don't want to talk all marketing things, but it is super important. So when you guys put those billboards up, do you know how quick the turnaround time was until you started hearing or seeing buzz or getting alerts that like it was happening?
So we knew it was going to be a couple days because the whole process of putting up the billboards, it's complicated. I mean, any of the small business owners that you guys, who are in your audience, or even if you were to do it, it's not as simple as like, hey, let me get in touch with this company,
Right.
buy the billboard and give them the art, and then it's up in 24 hours. I mean, there are digital boards that can be quick, but these were physical. So we knew that, hey, they were going to start being put up on a Monday and they're going to trickle into Friday. So there's a window. And we knew that we were going to put out a release and blast it out to all the news media on a specific date. So we knew at least at that point
Okay.
it would start. But surprisingly, this whole thing was a slow burn. It was a slow char, so to speak. And so like we put out the release on Monday and we really didn't start getting a lot of pickup until Wednesday, Thursday.
Interesting.
Is this
Friday.
before the billboard?
Which part? The billboard.
Well, you said you put up billboards, but it took, sometimes they could be done fast if they're digital, and if they're not, it takes more time. What is that time that you're talking about? Like
Yeah.
the promoting of it and all that other stuff?
Well, I mean,
or-
just for the billboards themselves, the production does,
Physically.
physically can take up to a week or so.
Okay, so
in
it's like
different
a week.
locations. It just really depends upon where it's at, how hard it's to access. And so, I mean, sometimes it's actually people climbing up,
Right, yeah.
pasting these things on. I mean, or even like unrolling a whole banner. I mean, it just really depends.
Yeah, I've seen people doing that. I'm like, it's got to be a.
It's like the movies, man. It's like people are actually going
Right.
up there and they've got like the
like
squeegee. They're
yeah.
like pasting it on.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It really is. And so I think for the case of what we're navigating, it took off after we put out the press release.
Okay.
And so even because the ads themselves, they all have this on the front. So it tells people,
Yes.
tell us why Connecticut Pizza is #1. And there's a phone number and a website that people can go to.
QR code, much
Right.
easier.
Yeah,
Yep.
much easier. So when we did that, the boards were up for a few days before the press release went out, and we didn't have a ton of response. Go figure. It's New York. People aren't really paying attention to a ton of
There's
stuff.
a million signs out there too.
Right,
Yeah.
Right.
Right. I mean, some of them
It's
stood
sensory
out.
overload at
Yeah.
one point. Yeah.
And so once we did put out the release and the news media started reporting on it, that's when all of the responses on the website and the phone line started coming in. And we actually just started putting out on social media some of the voicemails
Oh, it's
and
awesome.
the written content, the messages that we've received.
So when you say you put out a release, what does that tell people
It's a great question.
exactly what a release is? Where are you putting it out, and how are you getting these news stations and all that stuff contacting you?
Awesome question. And by the way, I think this is one of my favorite parts of being on the podcast with you. It is this practical information. I actually had this conversation today with a journalist and explaining to them, we have this whole event series that we're doing called Made Leadership. And each one is focused on different facets of doing business and areas of opportunity. And so, long story short, as you can tell, I like to tell stories. It's that Greek
Go
in me.
right ahead, man.
Storyteller. Say, I'm in the right place.
Like I
in the
said, wind them
podcast.
up, let them go.
That series, it's not just people up on stage talking at you. We intentionally ask questions that provide practical answers and real best practices. And then when they're done, we put out one sheets that have, how to do X, Y, Z, step 1, step 2, step 3.
Okay.
Longer form pieces that maybe get into a little bit more of the nuanced details. But the whole point is to give people real world skills. And that's why I appreciate being here. Now back to your original question,
Yeah.
press releases.
Right.
A release or a press release in this case, it's a shortish document, usually about a page to 2 pages, that inform the news media. So they are your audience.
So you are sending them the release.
Yes.
Okay.
So it is a headline, couple of opening paragraphs that really give just the flat out facts of what's happening, then quotes from specific people that they want to include in the whether it's TV or radio or print, quoting them as people behind it, and then other facts afterwards and down below. And that is actually a little bit of that's more formulaic than it is art form. But the people who can do it and do it really well, they know what the news media will pick up on, and so basically they're doing the work for them.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
And so this
they're
gets,
teeing them up basically.
yeah, it really, really is. And as many people have recognized over recent years, the news media, they're getting a lot of flack. Got to keep in mind, these are people who most often they're working numerous hours a day. They're covering lots of things. Newsrooms are cutting back on staff.
Big time.
Hugely. Take a line
There's
from
a lot of automation going on.
Bigly.
That's why.
Bigly. It doesn't matter what side of the political aisle you're on. Bigly has become a normal thing to say.
Yeah.
So long story short, by really laying it out for them in a press release and being descriptive and providing all the information in a clear and concise way, you can get these placed quite easily.
So you're basically saying it's a summarized version. Keep it short to
Yes.
the point
Yes.
because they're not going to sit there and read through 5 pages of stuff.
Right.
Give them 1 or 2 pages tops.
Yeah. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yes.
That's right.
And it's the
Yes.
best. You think of it: who, what, when, where, why, how.
Yep.
And that's the best way to get them to report on it. And if they're good reporters, they may call and follow up and get more information to take it further, depending upon how much they're writing about. But that is really the essence of a press release. And you send it to contacts. Over years, good PR folks, good representatives and communications directors, they've accumulated a long list.
Okay.
And so for this case, we work with a great partner. Her name is Michelle Bonner. Love her to death. In fact, actually came to Connecticut to work at ESPN.
I was going to say, where do I know that name from? Because that sounds really familiar.
Emmy award-winning anchor
Wow.
for ESPN. She's fantastic.
That's awesome.
And so I've learned a lot from Michelle. I also was the governor's communications director before I got this role. So I had a little bit of a background in that in addition to marketing.
How'd you
and
like
whatnot.
that?
It was really, really interesting. I've learned more than anything.
It's totally different, right?
But it is 24/7, 365.
Yep.
It is far and away the most complicated job, most gratifying job that I've ever had.
Wow.
So really interesting, and I don't recommend it for anyone.
No, that you don't. You need to discuss because I do events with governors, senators, and all that other stuff, and that's just my side. I can imagine the stuff that you have to do for that. The state of Connecticut. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
I mean, the biggest reason why I left that role and was fortunate enough to land this one was because it is 24/7, and I had 2 young kids at that time. It was 2.5 years ago. So she was 4 and he was 2, and it's really hard. And so I do want to be able to see my kids grow up.
Yeah.
And so I'm
Yeah.
fortunate enough to be able to step back and put those skills to use and still provide a service to the state and have my family.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's amazing. And I did want to chime in on the press release thing, as I send them out regularly for the bazaar with all different events and all sorts of things that we have going on. But for anyone who's listening, if you have never written a press release or you're looking for some sort of help as a small business owner, check out Canva, check out other places that have these templates that really will start to guide you visually until you get your own vibe and your own brand for really what you're trying to put out there. And for those of you who are trying to build a list, whether it's through your own connections or whatever, your local chamber does have some really good press lists. So I would always recommend connecting with them as a starting point. I have done that with our Central Connecticut Chamber many times. They have been truly wonderful. We've gotten wonderful press.
She makes me jealous. She does.
But she knows her stuff.
She does. I know. She came out of nowhere.
But I just wanted to toss that in for other people who are, just starting to learn. Again, I think going through what the press release is truly helpful because it could be jargon to people who aren't in the world like we are. So I think that was really great.
A couple other tips on that, actually, just building off of it. Places that have templates are fantastic. The one thing that has made life just so much easier for anyone. What am I going to say, Steve? Give it to me.
AI?
Bingo.
Yeah.
ChatGPT is your
Yes.
best friend because what you can say is, hey, Chat, I want to write a press release about 3D printing rocket ships, and we're doing it at my business. And the news that we're launching this new service. Okay, great. You tell it that it'll ask you questions. You answer the questions, and then it will spit it out into a press release. It may take you 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Right.
Years ago, I would have to write these press releases, and it would take me 2 hours, and then there
Or
would be
more.
edits. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then you get in your own head at a point with Chat GPT. Well, I'm like subscribed to Midjourney, Chat GPT, Perplexity. I'm on all those. A lot of people don't know when they're prompting, you have to talk to it like you're talking to a person.
Exactly.
People think that's you're typing in like they're Googling something. That's not the way you talk to it. You talk to it like you're a person and you say, explain to me like I'm a 5-year-old. What do I do? You know what I mean? You could actually say that and it will simplify for you and it will lay out a plan for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It is really one of the best tools for people, small business owners, to not only make your life more efficient, but to help you with baseline services that you would be spending a ton of money on. Now,
Yes.
that doesn't mean that we're going to put PR experts and small marketing agencies out of business, because that human expertise, those relationships, that know-how is always going to be valuable. But it is this baseline work.
Yeah.
And if you put in what you get out of it.
Yes.
Garbage in terms of the prompts, you're going to get garbage out in
Right.
terms of the result.
Exactly.
So it's like play with it a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think just like you said, treating it like a human, asking it questions, learning how to use it, and that will help you get the right prompts, and you'll get
Yeah, because when I started doing it, I was basically talking like I was talking to Google. And I'm like, this is too generic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So then I'm like, all right, explain this to me like I'm a 5 or a 5th grader. You know what I mean? And I would say, I want this and that, and I tweak it. I'm like, okay, I don't like this. Can you change this and reword it for me or summarize it?
Yes.
Break it down into steps.
tone, tenor, structure.
Exactly.
And you can feed all that in.
Yeah.
The other piece too that's is valuable, not just with AI, but if you are writing your own release, knowing your audience, any kind of marketing, communications, external affairs, building relationships, knowing who you're talking to is the most important piece, I think, of all of this.
Yeah.
So the way I write for a TV journalist is going to be different, and who's on a national level is the way is going to be super different than how I'm going to write this for somebody with the Bristol Gazette.
Right.
Right.
Just
Right.
because they have different audiences,
Different
so
audience,
therefore it's
total.
going to be different outcomes.
One's
So-
nationwide, one's local.
right, absolutely. So imagining who you're talking to, how to talk to them, understanding their MO and their motivations, I think that's going to be key.
Absolutely. I totally agree.
Yeah. I'm glad that you guys brought up AI because I'm always on that line where like I use it minimally. I'm still really old school.
That's right. I think I'm going to get you.
I think
I'm going to get her. I'm going to get her.
well, your brain is going to be in much better shape than ours is going to be for a long time. My goodness. I feel like my critical thinking skills, as I use it, it makes, of course, it's making everything easier for me. But then like, there's certain things where it's like, I need to do this just to keep my mental muscle
Yeah.
flexed.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't. Yeah. Because then you'd be stupid and you'd be like, okay, I'm just going to throw this in there and whatever spits out, I'm going to, pass it over.
Yeah, that's my genuine fear. I mean, the other thing too is obviously there's a greater conversations happening around AI and the ethics of it and the possibilities. And I absolutely 100% a concern. I'm not saying they're not, but the reason I use it is knowing full well that we're not stopping it.
No.
This thing is going to continue, so I might as well understand how to use it
Yeah.
in order to be effective.
You
and
can
not be
build a
left
full
behind.
business just doing that, teaching people how to prompt.
Oh, absolutely.
There's
Oh, gosh,
people that
yeah.
are making millions of dollars just doing that. You know what I mean? So
I bought a $20 magazine at Barnes & Noble. Yes, real brick and mortar stores
I love it.
sell real print, real print, not digital. I
exactly.
spent $20 on this thing. I'm just teaching you tricks and tips on prompts.
right. Absolutely. A lot of YouTube. Doesn't matter. You can find it
all of it.
anywhere.
Yeah, you
It's
can get it all for
YouTube
free.
University.
I mean, all right. So we're talking now about skills and developing them and how to. I mean, how did you guys learn to do to learn how to do this podcast?
There you go.
I mean,
Steve.
did you teach yourself? Did you
I am
go to school for
self-taught.
it? Okay.
YouTube University. I have friends, and I was a DJ for 20 something years.
Yes,
Okay.
you had a gist.
My
of it.
body can't take it anymore. I'm like in bed. I'm still working. Don't get me wrong. I'm in bed by 8, but I'm still home and not at 4 o'clock in the morning in New York DJing and drinking and all that other stuff. So I got into photography. You know, undercut yourself, undercut every other photographer. It's saturated market. You got to be a niche. So I started off with ballet. Not that many ballet photographers out
Yeah.
there. Now there's a million. I did DJ, so therefore audio, which we have right now. So I said, screw it, let's put them together. And then marketing, I'm like, now I'm interested in marketing. And then I met this one over here, the master marketer, and I'm like, I can learn a lot from her. And now she's working circles around me. No, which is good. It's a good thing because you need someone to either elevate yourself. You know what I mean? Like they say, always surround yourself with people that are
Smarter than you.
exactly.
There's
Well,
no
don't
need.
say that. No, it's true though. They're better at their field. You can learn from them.
Curiosity is so important.
Right.
And anything in life. It's like as if you're not learning, you're regressing.
Yeah.
And so I think that curiosity not only keeps you humble, but it keeps you on the bleeding edge of getting better and what's ahead and what's coming.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, was it Wayne Gretzky said it the best? I'm trying to remember exactly how he said it because I'm gonna mess this up. So I apologize for anybody out there who's a hockey fan. He doesn't. The reason Gretzky was the greatest, he didn't skate to where the puck was. He was skating to where the puck would be in the future.
Right.
So in this
Yeah.
case, it's like by surrounding yourself with somebody who has a different skill,
Right.
she can make you better.
Absolutely.
And that way,
She is.
together, you two, both of you, you guys can skate to where the puck's at.
Right.
As soon as we're
That's
going
the
to
thing.
be, as
Like
opposed to
little
where it's at.
things like yesterday, we needed to get X amount of followers just so we could stream to a platform. So we were having this little battle going on. You know what I mean? So we're like competing within ourselves as a friendly competition, you know what I mean? Which elevates both of us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we're having fun with it. So if you could make a game out of it or, you know, something like that,
It's a great tip.
Yeah,
good
go
way
for
to do it.
I mean, I think that's one of the biggest things, you know, is actually taking the whole idea of gamification and applying it to small business marketing. I think that kind of engagement is one of the most important things a business can do, whether it's social media or rewards programs in the store or anything of the sorts. It's how you take somebody and just a baseline consumer and you transform them into a vocal advocate. That's huge.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, it's not an easy thing to do,
Right.
but it's basically, and it's relationship building. It's no different than dating.
Right.
It's no different than, trying to get a job.
Right.
It's like, how do you come in as a complete unknown, build trust,
Yes.
build that relationship, build a life together almost, because it's, and at the end of the day, local businesses who people come back to over and over again, they're just as important as family members and friends.
Yeah. Like for instance, like after you leave here today, now that I met you,
You're part of it. You're in the whirlwind.
that's what I'm
of-
saying.
of
I
Anthony.
could say Anthony, he can do this. Let me give him, let me give him a call if he gives me his number. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's how you can feed off each other. And like you say, oh, Steve's got a studio. I need some studio space or some studio time. You can either do trade, one hand washes the other, or you can business as usual. You know, you build whatever relationship that you want or you personally have
Yeah.
for each other. Like
That's right.
I would do things for her, and I'm sure she already offered me to do things where, but you can, it depends on what it is. It's easy. Okay, I'll throw you in. I'll do this, whatever. It's nothing to me because I can do it in 5 minutes. It's probably going to take you 5 hours. You know what I mean?
Right.
Stuff like that. You know what I mean? Obviously, you'd compensate that person, but you think it's going to take time and you can't do it yourself. You know what I mean? And it's not fair to the person that's helping you because you're a small business yourself and you got to survive, So,
Well, I mean, I'm in the world of public service.
Right.
So a lot of what I'm doing is not just making sure that the entire economy of Connecticut is growing and soaring. It's like that all starts with one-on-one contact
right.
and that relationship developing. So I think you talked about me giving you my phone number. I'm going to give everybody my phone number.
Right.
I'm going to do it right now. And I say this to anybody who I meet. I have no problem giving it out because you guys are taxpayers. You pay for my phone. I might as well give you my number.
True, huh?
So my number is 860-969-7857. So anybody out there who has that and is listening, if you have questions, text me, call me.
We'll put that on the screen
Yeah.
when we post
Yeah.
it. Absolutely.
But I think going back to that element of engagement, that's why, in my opinion, at least, most social media marketing fails, because you're just putting something into the ether without doing it and thinking of the end user, the person,
Right.
the audience, as we were talking about earlier. Know your audience.
Right.
You're not talking with them; you're talking at them.
Right. Right.
And so being able to do things in a way, asking a question, trying to ask them for their opinion.
Yeah. Get some kind of reaction, some kind of, yeah, absolutely.
Answer comments, go back at
Always.
people. I mean, I think that these are all key pieces.
Yeah.
So actually, I'm going to let the cat out of the bag, something that we're going to be doing over the next year, and hopefully it generates some level of success over years to come, is this new program. It's going to be it's an incentive/rewards program. So we knew our budget was going to drop because federal funds were going off of a cliff. So we knew it was going to go down substantially. So we invested in this program in hopes of the general public going out there and doing some of that advertising work for us
Right.
and spreading the word on our behalf. So this program is called Perks Made.
Okay.
And the whole purpose of it is to incentivize people to go onto social media, share stories about great places they went, take a picture because it's better to show rather than tell,
Always.
post it on the social media. And every
Right.
time you do that, you accrue points. And as you get these points, you can go onto our e-commerce store, which is going to be called Perks and Recreation.
That's awesome.
That's a typical marketer right there.
And in Perks and Recreation, you can cash in these reward points for both merch, but more importantly, this is the thing that I think people are going to get excited about, experiences.
It's huge.
And they're experiences that money literally and figuratively can't buy. So you can only use the points. Like you can buy the merch too if you want, if you don't want to use the points, if you don't have the points.
Right. Exactly.
But the experiences,
Just like a credit card.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't use cash for these experiences. And so that's why you literally can't use money, but they're going to be priceless experiences that most folks cannot access in their lives. Things like go learn how to shoot free throws with a UConn basketball player, get a tour of the Connecticut Capitol with Governor Lamont, learn how to make pizza with Billy Pastari from Modern, things like that. And actually, this is one of the
These are
props I
great
brought.
ideas, man.
They're amazing.
So this is a replica of one of our state highway signs.
Okay, welcome to that. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that's right. Was that the one? No, it was the pizza one that there was a controversy. Remember they had a controversy?
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
I'm the one who orchestrated it.
Oh, yeah.
So we put these highway signs up at the border.
That was genius.
The New York border signs say, "Welcome to Connecticut, home of the pizza capital of the U.S." The signs going into Massachusetts all say, "Welcome to Connecticut, home of the basketball capital of the world." Being that Massachusetts is pretty well known for basketball.
Yeah, that's where the Hall of Fame is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
And they also have the NBA champs, 17-time winning Boston Celtics.
Right.
My goodness.
That's
And then
hilarious.
on the Rhode Island border, we put one that says submarine capital of the world, because they also make their submarine building
Grime.
in Rhode Island too.
Oh, they do? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
EB does have some facilities.
Really? I didn't know that.
And then also we put another one that said foodie capital of New England.
That's
So
awesome.
Rhode Island food's pretty damn good too. So
is,
the
yeah.
And we
bold
got
sign-
insurance. What,
Yeah.
what else do you want?
So long story short, going back, this sign is one of the things that we are going to do to incentivize people to sign up. And so this isn't just a replica sign. This is signed by Dan Hurley
Oh, really?
and Juno Ariema.
Uh-huh.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
I didn't
Yeah.
notice that until
Yeah.
now. Wow, that's
So we're
cool.
going to do a raffle in the beginning. So it's the first 1,000 people who sign up will be entered into a raffle to win this.
That's amazing.
So we're going to have a bunch of cool prizes in the beginning to try to get
Sure.
a bunch of signups.
Yep.
But the ultimate goal is to get people out there spreading good word about Connecticut, changing vibes, changing perceptions, and then using those points to buy cool merch,
yeah.
hats.
Yeah, like with the thing to go. I hate the word circle back, but to go back to what you were saying about people taking pictures of where they're visiting. That's today's word of mouth. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Bingo.
It's
Bingo.
not like, hey, I went to da da da. Go tell your friend. It's not that like that anymore. It's more national now. You know?
And you do that, and it gets out to your entire network of people.
Right.
So that's better than just like going to a barbecue and saying to your buddy, "Oh, I had this great beer at this brew pub down the street." It's like you put it on social; it's going out to everybody,
Right.
and they take the recommendation.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's how we're really trying to drive that engagement and drive that efficiency when we don't have as big of budgets as we used to. That's the type of thing that ends up working.
Just like even commercials, influencers are having a bigger effect on businesses than TV commercials are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, hugely.
So, and they're
Yes.
spending tens of thousands of dollars to have these TV commercials, but they can be smart like her and get an influencer in her store. And
Tell us, Kara. I mean, like you've actually done it. So
Yeah.
we've done it a little bit, but I want to hear about the
I still wanna
day-to-day
know about
impact. I mean, so how
Oh my gosh.
who have you worked with?
So we've worked with a large handful of Connecticut-based influencers. We've worked with the New England couple, with Connecticut Bucket List, excuse me. Taste
Kathleen's
Connecticut. She's wonderful. We worked with her with Dusty Dude when we first opened our first gift shop, and she got people to our hidden gift shop behind a fence that had barbed wire from Rhode Island.
How do I not know about this hidden gift shop?
Yeah, we had a gift shop in our wood shop, and there was no AC, no heat. It leaked everywhere.
they had like
It
one
was-
shelf of stuff.
No.
So it was a liability.
Well, I mean,
That's
compared-
why people
compared to what you
nobody
have now.
knows about
Oh
it.
yeah. We housed about 30 vendors in there.
Yeah.
But it was a time. But anyway, so we worked with her since then. And we worked with Dami the Travelista this past season for the holidays. And my big thing is, and again, small business marketing world, is having a mix. So it's really important right now in this current time to be working with influencers, not for all of your stuff, but for some. For small businesses, it can be expensive. It could be, I mean, this is just me throwing numbers, anywhere from $500 to $2,000 per post. But that is totally worth it. I will tell you that when we hire an influencer, whether it's great or it's a flop, we see an almost automatic influx in foot traffic in our door within 24 to 48 business hours. We track all of our foot traffic because we're crazy data people. But we like to know, we ask people where they're coming from, how they heard about us. And particularly this last holiday season, we had 3 influencers, I'd say in a row. One, Dami, went semi-viral on TikTok, and we had thousands of people coming into our store, our little gift shop. They were waiting in the parking lot. Like, they were deep into our parking lot to get in. It was absolutely amazing. Our vendors were I was sending SOS emails to them every night being like, guys, it's sold out. We need stuff. Like, I know you're trying to make things, but I need something. And so they were coming in the next morning. We would come in early for them, and people would already be waiting the next morning to come in. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. We still have people in our own backyard that don't know we're here. So if anybody's listening from Bristol, we're here. So having a mix of working with an influencer, maybe it's once a quarter, maybe it's once a year if you're really just starting out. But for your organic marketing, if you're just on social, look at the basics. Look at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Those are your 3 go-tos. And what's releasing, I think it's today or tomorrow with Instagram, is that now Google is going to be able to pull from the copy that you're writing in the descriptions that you're posting to help you with your organic SEO.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
Yeah. So it's not only your hashtags. The hashtags are really kind of fading
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, they're
The algorithms are all over the place with,
But Google will now pull from your Instagram feed for images. If someone searches for, gift shop in Bristol, then the bazaar could pop up with our Instagram images based off of the copy that we're writing with our Instagram posts, which is huge. So, but anyway, so kind of backtracking for someone who's working on social, I always follow the 80-20 rule. So 80% of your content should really be focused on customers, your community, 20% straight up selling. This is what I have. Come find me, blah, blah, blah. But I'm at least list out my days. So, Thursdays I post about events. Fridays are about my makers. Saturdays are events. Like it's very strategic. And I try really hard to not just throw things out there and hope that they stick. We just started doing like 1 to 2 reels a day in addition to our regular posts because you're just getting so much more volume and reach. And it really could take you anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes to 2 hours really to edit. for a beginner, I should say.
1 to 2 reels a day. Do you sleep? Holy cow.
That's what I'm saying. She's working circles around me.
So, but we're always trying different things because you don't know really
That's
what
really
will
it.
stick, and we don't have an enormous marketing budget. And what we do, we put into influencers, but we're also preparing for the time when influencers are not as popular.
All right. So since you're into analytics a lot,
Yes.
if you have something that's not working or working so well, do you just drop it or you try to make it better?
Try to make it better. Unless it's a complete flop where it's just like zero engagement. Like our events post that I do every single Thursday, regardless, they get minimal engagement, but I know people see them. It's interesting, and I'm sure other people see this when you're posting out on social. You could post, your regular cadence of things, and all of a sudden you have a new announcement, like we're renovating in the bazaar, and all of a sudden it's hundreds and hundreds of people. I'm like, so you guys are all seeing us. You're just not fully engaging, which is so interesting.
A lot of stuff is just information and general awareness, and general awareness posts are valuable, but you got to know that they're not going to get that kind of engagement, and that's
Right.
which is fine.
Yeah.
There is value to it, but I mean, I think something like that. I mean, taking it, don't do away with it, but maybe like tweak it 10%, 5%, 5.67%.
Yeah.
Whatever it may be. Small
Oh my
amount.
God, you're like my wife.
Just change it a little
It's
bit.
not 6, Steve. It's 5.7.
Whatever that might be, just enough, and start experimenting.
Always.
Because
yeah.
the algorithm is always changing. People's consumption
Absolutely.
behaviors are always changing. So in this case, I mean, actually, a best practice that I've learned, maybe it could work for you in this case, like events coming up that you guys have. Changing the title or saying something like 3 big events. For some reason, listicles,
Interesting.
that approach is really popular. It's like, so when my team, every Friday, they post 3 great things to do this weekend.
Okay.
And so I think it's like, it is that element of a list,
Yeah.
and people know how to consume lists. We've actually found trails around Connecticut. So whether it's pizza trail or Christmas movie trail or coffee trail, whatever it might be, those types of curated experiences work well. So in this case, if you want to give, like maybe for you, 3 great reasons to come to the Bristol Bazaar, 3 great reasons to buy your holiday presents at the Bristol Bazaar.
Right.
I mean, those types of things, it's like it's easy for people to consume.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but odd numbers usually work the best.
Well,
So
that's what
funny.
they say. Yeah.
I love that.
No, that's what they say.
3, 5, 7,
cool.
whatever it might be.
Yep.
So I know we've talked about a lot of data and a lot of really cool things with pizza and basketball and gamification, marketing things. But what do you do for you when you're not working? I know you said I know you have a family, but do you like to travel? Do you have a favorite spot in Connecticut you like to
Hobbies,
go to?
anything.
Yeah, tell us more about you.
He doesn't even know himself anymore.
No, actually, it's funny you mentioned, like, I am getting back to that point where I have more time to be able to do things.
That's huge.
It's tremendous. And so it's with the best part about it. So I'm turning 40 in a couple weeks.
Oh my gosh.
Really?
And I'm learning the things that I really enjoy doing, and I'm able to do them because I love them, not really necessarily for anybody else.
Yeah.
So some of the things that I love doing, I've always loved cooking. Huge fan of cooking. Growing up in the restaurant business and being a Greek family,
Sure.
seems part of the story.
You grew up in the restaurant business and you like cooking. I know a lot of people who own
hate it.
restaurant and they hate it.
They don't want to look at it. They don't want to cook. They
Yeah.
don't want to do anything.
But then
remotely
again, if you're
service-related.
doing it for yourself, it's different.
Yeah, to me, it's an art form.
Yeah.
It's just as much of creative design or video work or anything of the sorts. Like
Right.
I'm the type of person who I'm constantly creating and tinkering. It's almost like being a mechanic in
Yeah.
a way. You're just using your hands.
Right.
Actually, one of the biggest things that I've gotten into in the last couple years, and I've told Eric this, I love woodworking. I'm terrible at it. I'm freaking
Oh, me too.
terrible
Me
at
too.
it. But I love it.
Me
And
too.
I've continued to slowly but surely accumulate the tools to be able to build things. So my big project for at some point in the next couple months, I'm going to have to take call out sick for a couple days. I want to build a sectional outdoor sofa for our deck.
Oh, cool.
So it's complicated for somebody who's a novice.
No, I'm exactly the way you are. You can ask her. You can ask her. I built a TV lift thing
That was
for
fancy.
my. I didn't even put any plans down. I didn't write any dimensions, anything.
Just did it.
I just said, okay, I want it this wide. All right, what would that be? And I just round up to the nearest number. And, next thing you know, I got a box. I'm like, and I'm like, all right, how can I get this TV to lift up? Okay, I got to buy a lift. So it just like organically came together. And I'm like, oh, this would look cool. What if I put black slats here? You know what I mean? So that's why I found it cathartic.
I'm so glad you guys love to do it because I really don't enjoy it.
You don't?
Well, that's why you married Eric.
And he cooks.
Oh, I did not know.
He does, yeah.
We just went over
Yeah,
this today.
no.
He's magic human.
I think us
Eric
three
Reed.
should hang out. Me, you, and Eric should hang out.
Yeah, you guys
man.
get to hang.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
and
once-
Eric, meanwhile, while we're woodworking, Eric's like, I do this for a living. I don't want to do this crap. And
All right, you guys go grab stuff for me.
Yeah.
Well, once I lost that piece of my finger in the shop, that was really it for me.
You
So
did?
I believe-
yeah, that was the night before our honeymoon. So I still don't have any feeling in it.
Oh.
But yeah, I learned to respect machines very much so. And we were doing that order of the 400 cutting boards a month back in the day. And so we were at the end of this batch and we had just gotten espresso. And so we were just cranking through. And I also wore gloves, which was bad. So it was all bad on me. And we think what happened because I blacked out was that my glove
I
got
blacked
caught,
out.
and the router table pulled my hand in.
Oh,
Yeah. So that was that. So after that happened, I mean, I will help sand and do the things, but I went back to the routing table just to tell myself I could do it. But yeah, so I applaud everybody.
I just like the
That's
smell of
woodworking.
it. The smell
Oh,
of the
the smell
wood
is
cuts.
amazing.
So is that the reason I got a discounted cutting board from the
Yeah.
bazaar?
Wait, you did?
Yeah. I don't know. It was like 20% off.
Yeah.
Did?
Maybe that blood stain was yours, Karen.
Oh yeah, that's right. You could have marketed that.
No.
This came from the blood, sweat, and tears of the original maker.
Terrible. No. That was too long ago.
This is a
Nope.
plug for Dusty Dude Works. The
Yes.
best blood stain cutting boards.
That's
you
right.
can buy. No, I'm
Personal
just- I'm
blood
just joking.
stain. You
No,
should
they-
write
they-
your name in blood.
They are magnificent cutting boards. We own 3.
No. Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Wow. Baller.
I love wooden products.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
Me
they're,
too.
they're beautiful.
Me too.
They're true artistry. Whether it's cutting boards or serving plates, or we have this. It was actually off of our wedding registry, so 10 years ago. A giant wooden salad bowl.
Oh, those are amazing.
I like those.
I do
Those are
too.
pretty cool.
Spalted maple. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
I like
I'm
anything
nerding
that's
out.
original.
I'm
Like
nerding
even
out.
my house, the guy suggested siding. I'm like, no, because I have a historical house. I said no. I want the board. It's so petrified. It won't be taken over by termites or anything like that. So I was like, no. I wanted to sand it down, restore it. I don't want
bring it
siding.
back.
Yeah, doesn't make sense.
So the other thing that I do, in getting into the whole nerding out, I'm a huge Marvel movie nerd.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't really get into the comics as a kid, but as an adult, I've fallen in love with these movies.
Which ones?
All of them.
All of them.
I mean, I watch all of them not only when they come out, but I watch them over and over again. Because
repeat.
what I love about it is this interconnected universe of storytelling. So you're not just getting the individual character arc, you're getting a overarching, bigger arc. And I think that actually what I got from that is not just this personal enjoyment and fun, but I've also learned and applied some of the practices to work. So as we think about,
Isn't that amazing when you're doing like? I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No,
But when you're
please.
doing like something random, you're thinking about business. Like that'd be great if I did this. You know what I mean? In my business, I do that. I find myself doing that all the time.
I actually think that that is the key to true creativity. And it's not, true creativity isn't about painting pretty pictures or
No.
being able to make, great wooden cutting boards. It's a more so a way of thinking, and it's being able to always have that antenna up,
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
receiving the signals from around you and being able to connect the dots then with something out that way.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you get to the point where you don't have to force it. Or
Right.
I'll see something, I'm like, you could have done it this way better, even though that's not my field, but it's an obvious thing to me. You know what I'm saying? So I learned things like you do. I take little pieces of here and there and I implement it into my own, my own life, whether it's business or something else. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say that's curiosity. Like we were saying before, it's like you did say, it is that element of always learning, always receiving, and trying to then put it into practice.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We're fast friends now. I feel like I've known you for years now.
Yeah. Feels like years. No. Just kidding. I'm sorry. Just playing.
So you would get along well with my wife.
That's too funny. All right. So, do you have any more?
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
go ahead.
I was just going to say, if you could give some advice to small business folks. I mean, I know I use the CT Visit website all the time for our events and things like that, but if there's anything you could recommend for small business owners within the state of Connecticut and better ways to work with you and your team while you guys are just out there crushing it, I think that would be a great way to kind of wrap things up.
Thank you. Our team, we have a variety of resources available. It's not just about travel and tourism. We have a whole website called ctmakeithere.com, and it's a first-person storytelling website. So it's all about why people would want to live and work. So make your life, make your career, make your community in Connecticut. And so it's not me as the state telling you why it's great. It's business owners and residents and teachers and firemen and welders telling those stories. So those two pieces all are key to driving our marketing ecosystem. Plus now this whole Perks Made program we're going to put out there.
Yeah.
All of that is going to be part of it. So what I would suggest, and I'll give you guys the link afterwards.
Awesome.
We have a very handy little document. It's a PDF, 5-6 pages. It's a checklist. Ways that we can collaborate with you and support you, and you can be a part of what we're doing.
That's
and
an
we can be
easy
a
way to
part
do
of
it, too.
What we're doing. You're doing, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And so we intentionally set it up that way, so that way you don't have to be a rocket scientist. You don't have to be a real a professional marketer like I am.
Yep.
You can do that, and you can receive support from us. And I mean, really, that's how I approach public service. How can we provide value to you? And so, I hope other people are approaching things that way too. I mean, because it's not just about providing value as a state employee.
Right.
I think that's just really the nature of humanity.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you provide value as an employee?
Right.
How do you provide value to your community? How do you provide value to your family? I
Right.
mean, hopefully people are appreciating you for more than just what you give them. But,
Right. Exactly. No, I totally understand
I
that.
think you get what you receive.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I can speak from firsthand that document that you're talking about that we're going to share out is awesome. I have gone through and I've checked off many things on there. So if anybody, after you download it, have questions, definitely feel free to reach out. I could say as a small business owner, it is a wonderful, wonderful tool.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to Small Business Social. A huge thank you to Anthony for sharing your story and inspiring us to keep creating and supporting local. And thanks to our sponsors, the Bristol Bazaar and Seymour Media, for supporting us on the show. If you loved today's episode, be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram and Facebook. We've got more amazing small business owners and experts coming your way. Until next time, keep supporting small and spreading big ideas. Bye.
Bye.
Later.